from your local trusted news source. WVLT News starts now.
Alive to see another day. We're bringing you the latest from Knoxville to Omaha. Thanks for being with us for WVLT News at 6:30. I'm Lexi Lepoff. The Vols have tied it up. They are now just one win away from bringing home the national title. Our team coverage continues tonight. Our Evan Lasik is at Yeehaw Brewing, one of the official watch parties. And if you're planning to celebrate tonight, First Alert meteorologist Jacob Durham has you covered. But first, let's start with our crew on the ground in Omaha. Sports director Rick Russo, what an exciting win for the Vols.
It sure was, and quite the contrast, Lexi, from this time yesterday. After that game yesterday, boy, it was doom and gloom, and nobody was really happy, but a lot of smiles today, as yes, you're right, the Vols live to play another day after defeating Texas A&M. A little bit of a scare in the ninth, but the final score is 4-1. Tennessee's struggles at the plate continued for much of this game. We'll get into those numbers later in sports, but the Vols pitching, you know, it was dark mode today, and it was lights out for the Big Orange pitchers. Drew Beam and Andrew Combs were terrific, and it stayed, the Vols did, scoreless. They were losing 1-0. A solo home run was the only run in this game by Texas A&M in the first inning until the seventh, when Dylan Dreiling hit a two-run shot to right field, and that was followed up the next inning by Cal Stark, the catcher, with a shot to left, and that would be the difference today. All right, let's take a look at some of the video. I mentioned it was a different scene after today's game, and you betcha all the fans, and there were a lot of them clad in orange and white, came down towards the dugout that's behind me right now, cheering on the team and singing Rocky Top, and it's great to be a Vol. Certainly fans and friends of players and the families of players as well. Blake Burke came over to the side to greet his family, and Dean Curley, his mom is here all the way, his parents are here all the way from California. An emotional moment for them. An emotional moment as well for the parents of catcher, senior catcher Cal Stark from Farragut. Yeah, they were there, Butch and Gretchen, to greet him after the game. In fact, I had a chance to ask Butch about what his son did late in this game to really put this one on ice for the Big Orange.
That home run was incredible to see it happen like that, you know, with his struggles here in the World Series, and to atone for the double play. You just never know when it's going to happen. That's what we love about baseball. It's on to the next at-bat. It's on to the next inning. It's on to the next whatever. You just never know.
And now it's on to the next game to play for a national championship.
Absolutely. How about that?
a lot of excitement there, no doubt about that. It really was an up and down game for Cal Stark. He did hit into an inning-ending double play, but he also picked off a runner at first base, as he and Blake Burke have been known to do, and then of course that home run. It all spells a Tennessee win here today, so the series is even at 1 apiece. The Volunteers can win their first ever baseball national championship when the two teams meet tomorrow night right here at Charles Schwab Field in Omaha. That's it for now, but coming up later in sports, I will have a complete rundown of the highlights from today's game, how it all went down, and we'll also try to get some post-game reaction for you as we continue to celebrate Tennessee's big win here at the College World Series. All right, back to you guys in Knoxville. Lexi?
So exciting, Rick. Thank you. And we're going to check in with him again coming up in a little bit. But also there in Omaha is our Ted Hall. And Ted, you're outside the stadium right now. I'm sure the crowd is absolutely buzzing.
It was 5 minutes ago. No kidding. We're going to show you here. They clear out like this. People taking pictures with the statue. What we're going to be able to see is a handful of Vol fans who are still hanging around way down there. But 15 minutes ago, this place was hopping as the fans were running out. They're all going back either to their favorite watering hole or to their hotel to try to figure out, can I get another night at a different hotel? How do I get tickets for tomorrow? Here's what the fans were like 15 minutes ago. Excited? Are you excited? Are you normal? This is what we expect.
Nervous, still very anxious, but excited.
Tough loss. Tennessee's a great team. But, I mean, game 3, you got to love it. You got to love it. Game 3. Gig 'em Ags, we're going to take it in 3. Ags in 3. You heard it here first, but Tennessee's a hell of a ball club. Aggies in 3.
What about this? Is Tennessee going to win Game 3? What are your
They're
thoughts?
going to do it. They're going to do it. Yes, sir.
Great atmosphere.
Go Vols.
Go Vols.
Yes, sir.
Vols in 3, baby. Go Big Orange.
Game 3, Aggies, baby, taking it home.
Big Orange!
Go Big Orange.
What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen tomorrow?
We're all Vols. All Vols.
Simo going for home run! Woo!
There goes the last of the team buses right now. The last of the team buses heading out from right in front of the stadium. Do you folks realize we watched 5 hours and 27 minutes straight of Tennessee losing in the championship series of the College World Series until they jacked that home run in the 7th. Now they win it 4-1. People spending $350 to $400 for a ticket today. It was $500 yesterday. Tomorrow, those ticket prices are going to probably go through the roof. That's what people are doing right now, trying to find out how to get a ticket for tomorrow. Go get them, guys. How to get a ticket for tomorrow and where to stay tomorrow night, maybe even tonight in some cases. Big win for Tennessee. Got a chance at the College World Series championship, national championship game tomorrow night. We're going to find more fans for you tonight as well. The Vol fans, you know what? Lexi, they actually treated this, they didn't come out euphoric. They kind of treated this like, yeah, that's what I expected. Now we got one more to go. Let's see if the team feels the same way.
Strictly business. Our Ted Hall. Thank you, Ted. And our Evan Lasik is at Yeehaw Brewing. Evan, even though the game isn't here, still so many fans coming together to cheer on the Vols and also supporting a good cause today.
Oh yeah, if you saw a little bit earlier, there was all kinds of orange and white all over Yeehaw. It was absolutely insane to see. Whenever they jacked that homer, everybody was going insane. Every last out of the 9th inning, everybody out here celebrating. And Yeehaw, they're taking advantage of all of those people coming out to cheer on the Vols while they play in Omaha. They're offering a challenge to anybody here who wants to partake. You have to be 21, obviously, but it's a Jello shot challenge. And a portion of that money is going to the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. They're trying to help raise funds so that foundation can continue to give back to people across the world.
While the Vols compete for a national championship, Yeehaw Brewery in Knoxville is using the team's success to raise money. They began a Jello shot challenge. Bar manager Patrick Donahue saw a bar in Omaha doing the same.
So I came up with the idea for us to do that because we always run Jello shots during sporting events anyway, and we're donating portions to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library.
Donahue says this challenge is a great way to get people involved in a great cause.
We just wanted to do something local. I mean, who doesn't love Dolly Parton? It's honestly, it's for the kids. So come down to Yeehaw, have a Jello shot. It's for the children.
This challenge, as Donahue says, is for the kids. Anybody 21 and up going out to Yeehaw, whether it's to cheer on the Vols or just for fun, can get a Jello shot, and it will go towards the Imagination Library.
It's for the kids, which is great, and it's been exciting to support the kids. It's a great experience knowing that you get to help the kids in the community.
The Dolly Parton Imagination Library helps kids around the world. Yeehaw says they wanted to help them continue to give back to families.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's great to see people getting excited about it. I have countless people tell me that they get the books for their children or their grandchildren. It's just great to hear. It's great to hear.
The challenge will go until the Volunteers' final game of the season. Donahue says the playoffs have gotten so many fans out to Yeehaw and so many people to participate.
100%. We'll continue to see a sea of orange flooding here soon, and I love to see it. I love to see the community coming together.
As you just heard, Patrick, I was just speaking with him again. He said, it looks like we're going to be doing this challenge again on Monday. The Vols are playing tomorrow, so come on out to Yeehaw. Go help out those kids across the world who want a book, who want to read from Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. It's going on until the Vols season ends. So Monday, let's pack this place. Let's get everybody out here completing this challenge to help out the great foundation. Back to you, Lexi.
Exciting stuff. Thank you, Evan. And if you're still looking to go out and celebrate tonight, you might want to bring a raincoat. Our first alert meteorologist Jacob Durham is joining us now. And Jacob, you are tracking some storms moving in for us tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Lexi. Tracking really a decent rain chance considering what we've dealt with for the past week when it's been hot and dry with no rain. Now we're tracking a weak front moving through that's bringing some showers and storms. You can see them already lining up from Nashville back off towards the north and the east, all the way back up towards about Charleston, West Virginia. But if we zoom in a little bit locally, it's very scattered in nature. It's not widespread, but you can see a new cell beginning to form there in northern portions of Fentress County. Another decent cell with quite a bit of lightning approaching areas of Fentress and Cumberland really over the next hour. Some pretty good heavy rainfall up towards Williamsburg as well. So you can see just to the east of Monticello a pretty decent storm heading back towards Williamsburg and may try and clip portions of Middlesboro, but this is the line that we'll have to watch as it moves a little bit closer to Knoxville. So zooming in a little tighter, you can see just north of Stearns, you're probably hearing the thunder and the lightning, seeing that off in the distance near Paul Mall. Also seeing some of those heavier downpours just north of Jamestown. For the rest of us, it is a warm, it is a muggy afternoon. 91 in Knoxville to 89 Tazewell, 92 Oak Ridge to 89 Madisonville, and 91 in Athens. Now coming up in that first alert forecast, we're going to break down the latest on the rain timing and what we can expect for the upcoming week. We'll have more news from our crew coming up after the break.
The Vols have done it. They're just one win away from a national title. Our John Sartori is boots on the ground in Omaha. John Hughes outside of the stadium talking with fans. How's it going, my friend?
Lexi, you are so right. Boots on the ground reporting. We're here with a bunch of my closest friends that I just met. Ted Hall is putting himself in danger. How are we feeling? We're having a great time. I'm going to try to find someone who can do something besides yell. Did you think? Oh my gosh! You just spilled our beer. We spilled our beer. We're going crazy. We're going crazy. Did you? To be a Tennessee boy, stays great. To be a Tennessee boy, stays great. To be a Tennessee boy, stays great. Oh no, Texas A&M fans. Thoughts on today?
I have mixed feelings because Dylan Dreiling is a really good friend of mine's son.
Wow, how about that?
I want him to do good, but
well, he did.
Last night was perfect because he had 4 hits, home run, and we still won. Great to see it. Good rivalry.
Yes.
Good, very good series.
Fantastic. And look, we don't hope Texas A&M wins, but we do wish the proper amount of luck towards the Aggies. An appropriate amount of luck. Not all the luck, because we need the luck. Okay, there we go. So no luck to you. No luck to you. One more time, guys. Go Vols! Yes! Lexi, that was the easiest report I've ever done. Back to you.
You can just let the fans take it from here, right? Well, thank you, John.
Exactly. It's perfect.
We'll have more excitement from John coming up later tonight.
I need whatever John's having. That energy is just so infectious out there. It's a beautiful evening right now, but we are tracking some scattered showers and storms as we headed through the overnight. Good news for the gardens and the lawns. We'll time it out for you coming up in that first alert forecast after the break.
Your first alert forecast with meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Well, it's been another hot and steamy afternoon for most of us, but now we're beginning to track those showers and storms that we've been giving you that first alert to over the last couple of days, and some very good news for us as well. As we'll take any rainfall that we can get as we're kind of beginning to see some flash droughts. Still have a surplus for the year, but that's beginning to dwindle with the dry weather we're seeing. A nice look across the Great Smoky Mountains this evening with a few extra clouds in play, and we'll continue to see those building for the rest of us as well as we head over the course of the next couple of hours. Here it is as we head through about 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight. Look at the showers and storms beginning to kind of bubble up there along the plateau. Those will slide into the valley, but they'll be very isolated to scattered at best as we head through about 10, 11 o'clock tonight. You can see the heavy rainfall kind of skipping out around Knoxville. Now, hopefully that line fills in, and this model is a little bit underdone in terms of that rainfall, but we could see another uptick right around that midnight hour as that slides off towards the east. Heavier rainfall up towards the foothills and the mountains, and then finally, as we head into Monday morning, much drier, but on the backside of it, Temperatures dew point still close enough together that we could see some patchy dense fog as you're stepping out the door early on your Monday morning. How much rainfall are we looking at? Well, it just kind of depends on where you are. It's location dependent with these heavier storms. You can see a streak of heavier rainfall up near Monticello to Williamsburg. Much lighter amounts here in Knoxville, but most areas picking up around a tenth to maybe a quarter inch of rain at best by the time it's all said and done. For tonight, 72 degrees, 40% chance of showers and storms early on, then transitioning to that patchy fog. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:21. Now for the day on Monday itself, you'll see the clouds and the fog lingering through about mid-morning, quickly burning off, then a lot of sunshine as we head through the afternoon. The one positive we're looking at, northerly winds tomorrow, and we all know what that means is some lower humidity values, lower dew points, a more comfortable feel if you're heading out maybe to the watch party tomorrow night. Once again, if you're thinking about having dinner outdoors to watch the Vols in Game 3 of the College World Series tomorrow night, first pitch there is around 7 o'clock, so looking at pretty nice conditions for us as we head into the evening hours. Your swimming forecast for tomorrow, though, right around 90 degrees, dropping humidity. That will be the big difference for us. And looking at that forecast where you live, morning chance of 10%, 90 here in Knoxville, 86 La Follette to Barberville, 90 in Athens to 88 Pigeon Forge. Now looking at that first alert 8-day planner, the heat does build back as we head towards Tuesday. Spotty afternoon storms there, Wednesday scattered storms, and then we'll see some spotty storms for Thursday as well. Temperatures back into the low 90s. We'll be back with more news on WVLT News at 6:30 after the break.
Hey everybody, Rick Russo once again coming to you live from Charles Schwab Field, where the news is good as the Volunteers defeat Texas A&M in Game 2 of this championship series, which means the Vols live to play another day. There will be a Game 3 tomorrow for all the marbles. Let's go back now and look and see how things went down to lead to a Tennessee victory. Do or die for the Vols, and ace Drew Beam was on point. Terrific, except for this one pitch in the first, a solo shot to right field by Jace Laviolette, and the Aggies are up 1-0. Beam would settle in and finish with 7 strikeouts, including 5 in a row, and for good measure, he'd throw out Caden Kent at first base. Still 1-0 in the 5th, 2 outs and 2 on for the Aggies, but not anymore, as catcher Cal Stark fires to first to pick off another A&M runner, and the Vols get out of a jam. But the Aggies seem to be doing that all game. Top of the 6th, 2 on for Stark, who unfortunately hits into a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. To the 7th we go, and finally, wear that fur coat proudly, Dylan Dreiling. He hit the game winner against FSU, and maybe a season saver versus A&M. His blast to right gives UT a 2-1 lead. The Vols 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position and 0 for 16 with guys on base at that point. And it was also the first time A&M had trailed in this College World Series. And the Volunteers weren't done, and neither was Cal Stark. After hitting into that inning-ending double play, he atones in a big way with a 2-run shot to left, extending Tennessee's lead to 4-1. And that would be your final score as the Vols do advance on to play for the national championship tomorrow. Our friend Eric Kane of VolQuest.com, our media partner, is with me. My goodness, this Tennessee team, just when you have them left for dead there. We've said it all season long, and right to the end, what a resilient squad.
Yeah, this team just doesn't give up. And, you know, and speaking with some of the players afterwards, and even after that Florida State game last week, they just said, hey, we're one at bat away. We're 1 inning away. I mean, this team is too good to be leaving men, you know, in scoring position and men on base without putting them over. You knew eventually that somebody, you know, would get the big hit, and that was Dylan Dreiling. Then, you know, Cal Stark added on to it. So it doesn't have to be pretty. This game certainly wasn't pretty in terms of offensively, but it was good enough.
Well, Eric, it was a pitcher's duel for much of the game. For Tennessee, Drew Beam was terrific except for that 1 home run, and then Aaron Combs came in and was masterful out of the bullpen, but they brought in Chris Cortez, and he was something else and really stifling frustrating the Tennessee batters.
Oh, I mean, he was phenomenal for Texas A&M today, and if he didn't have that effort where he went about 90 pitches, I don't know what they would have done, because, you know, they wanted to win the whole thing today, don't get me wrong, but you still had to prepare for tomorrow. And if you had to bring the guy Lampley that they want to start tomorrow in today, boy, that would have been bad. So he did a good job, and he was making things difficult for Tennessee's hitters. And really, Tennessee, you know, got some knocks and were walking and everything. They just couldn't move the runner over, and that was frustrating. Double plays and all that, but eventually they came through.
Until the Dylan Dreiling home run, my goodness, 16 batters were left on base. Speaking of Dylan Dreiling, what a couple days he's having. He had 4 hits in the previous game. He had the home run, and then Cal Stark, who had been struggling, hits the home run. But that's baseball, right?
Yeah, here's the number for you. 0 for 16 with 9 strikeouts in Omaha.
Wow.
That was Cal Stark until that home run. And you're right, that's baseball. It's why baseball can be so beautiful and so cruel. Look at Kavaris Tears. Not the best weekend at the plate, but he's had a great week for Tennessee. I mean, again, that's baseball. But Dreiling, fantastic game and a fantastic series. And, of course, he's the one that put Tennessee ahead 2-1.
As always, thanks for your insight. Great stuff, and we'll look for you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
As the Vols play for a national championship here in Omaha at the College World Series. That's it for now. Lexi and Jacob, let's send it back to you in the studio.
Exciting stuff. Thank you, Rick. And thanks for joining us tonight. We got you covered online and on the app. Have a great night.